line is along the hairline. They're all going to end in front of the ear. And remember the 4 levels that we can all function at. We can function at aura. A little bit deeper is skin. A little bit deeper is muscle. And a little bit deeper is bone. Unless we're on the belly. And of course there's no bone there, so it would be organ. Okay, just like that. So this first one is circles. Whether you're using your index finger or your middle finger or your thumb, you draw these circles like so. Okay, just little circles like that. And the level I'm working with Billy here is probably, skin level, maybe a little bit deeper at muscle level. For whatever reason, I've chosen that. Okay, once you get in front of the ears, you press in slightly and you flick upwards, like that.
Wait, do it again?
What, honey?
Sorry.
Okay, I'll do it again. You want to do it at least 3 times on each line. Okay, so I have some circles happening here, just like that. And as you get in front of her ear, you just press in here and you flick upwards. Okay, like that. And I would do that line 3 times, and then we begin. The others don't require circles so much, and you just use the natural oils that are on the skin, and you just slide along, maybe using a mantra, maybe using a positive affirmation. And there's about 6 lines just on the 4. I hate to use the word lines. I always make that mistake. You're working with some women, you don't want to be saying, I'm working the lines on your face. Meridians, channels, send. I always make that mistake. And then when you get in front of the ear again, some circles, and then little flick upwards. I would do that same line 3 times, and then again, just pick another line, and really have it be hypnotic. And what we're doing is we're just opening up that inner planetarium for her, like so. And in front of the ears like that, some circles, and like so. And then again, another line. Each one of the lines I would do 3 times. First one, gentle. Second one, a little bit stronger. Third one, either stronger or back to gentle again. Okay? Just like so. Everything okay? Yep. Just like that. All these lines, choose 6 or so lines just on the forehead, and certainly right across the sinuses is really nice right in here. Okay? And that's the Thai style. It's just picking these lines and these meridians, even on the eyebrow. 1 finger above it, 1 finger below it. A slight stretch, not much of a stretch, barely noticeable. Front of the ears, circles, and like that. Under the eye orbit here also. Right under it, making sure they don't have contacts in. You guys have contacts in?
Yeah.
Anybody? You do okay, honey?
No.
Okay, so be a little bit careful with that with your eyes in. And because here, notice how the construction of the face is you can actually, when we're doing Ayurvedic, you can actually go right over the eye like that. It feels very, very nice. And notice that I'm not affecting her eye at all, you see. But be confident to go underneath the eye and above it each time, front of the ear, like so. Okay? And regarding the eye orbits, you guys, I think everybody should know that around the top of the eye orbit there are 4 positions, and below it there are 4 and more. And to treat it well, so you don't stretch the skin, you want to roll the eyebrow into it and then hook underneath. It doesn't matter where you hook. You hook underneath and you pull her towards you slightly like that. Okay, now that any discomfort that they may feel generally disappears in a few moments as those layers of resistance disappear, you see. So you avoid any stretching, you just roll the eye in, the skin in like that, hook underneath, and see if you can get deep underneath like that, you guys. It doesn't matter where you are, hook and pull towards you. Okay, and very, very pleasant, and very, very sedative also. It doesn't matter where you are on the eye orbit, just hook underneath it or hook in there somehow. Press down on the eye orbit and just hold it. Hold it for a full mantra, hold it for 1 full respiration, hold it for prayer, whatever. Okay, and the same thing over here, you guys. You want to fold the eye, the skin in, and you want to reach underneath like that and press down. Okay, and excellent for migraines, excellent for headaches, you guys, and excellent for a variety, just taking their consciousness deep in their system. They hear all also, I'm going to fold the skin in just slightly, and then I'm going to press. The pressure is so what do I mean by that? I mean, you know, you can go stronger and stronger and stronger after a while, and the person's probably just going to fall asleep. Okay? And what's happening is we're dissolving layers, really. Okay, so again, pressing in like that. Okay, always make nice after you've done something like that. Always make nice like that, okay? Okay, here's another meridian for you, right here. Maybe 3 times. In front of the ear, some circles, and flick. Okay, certainly over the middle of the cheek, absolutely. Have your first pass be, nothing. And then now under here is very important too. And use the edges of your thumbs, and like so, and then around like that. Feels very, very comforting for the receiver. You'd want to do that a few times, some circles, and flick like that. You guys, how many are experienced with facials in here? Okay, like that. I was blessed in my practice. I had this one fella I used to go over and massage him every Wednesday night, and it was up in New Jersey, and it was right when the sun was up, and then by the time the session was over, the sun was down. And sometimes we forgot to turn the lights on. And for a long time, I realized, oh my goodness, I'm doing a full facial like Stevie Wonder, completely in the dark, and just feeling everything and like that. And he was also just falling asleep. Many times you want to come right in here. I used to simulate as I would pretend that the person is on a sort of an incline like this, and they were slipping away from me, and I would let them know that, no, you're not slipping away from me. I'm going to hold you. You're not going to get away from me like that. So it just was a way that I could really just be natural with this grip right here. You see what I'm doing there, you guys? I really got a nice grip. Let's check in, see if there's any discomfort. Yeah, see? Okay, like that, and so let's continue though. Okay, so you always want to do lots of stroking on the cranium, upwards like this.